right, so today's video, we're watching a Silver 4 support on PC, playing Kiriko on Hollywood. They say, I played this match with my friend, both on support. I thought the match was going really well, but after round 1, my tank began screaming at me and freaking out because of my heals. At the end of round 2, the DPS joined in with yelling at me. Again, with no specifics, just general complaining. They stated that all of their numbers were equal with the people on the other team, aside from mine and my duos. They only looked at the heal numbers and didn't mention our lack of deaths or our limbs in comparison to the other team supports. After the match, I sent the game code and the scoreboard to 2 of my friends whom are ranked much higher than I am. They also told me it was my fault. I know there was a few times I probably tunnel visioned on damage. I'm sure there are plenty of areas I can improve, but it seems no one else has taken any sorts of responsibility for being out of position or admitting that maybe the other team was just better. Since no one will clarify what exactly I'm doing wrong, maybe you have input. All right, so they do have a scoreboard here. I'll take a look at it very quickly. I mean, I don't even see a problem here because Orisa has 69 limbs. That's just nice. Like, people don't look at this. They look at their healing numbers, and that's all they focus on. But, like, the reason why their healing numbers are so high is because your teammates are doing so much damage. So if your teammates are doing so much damage, their healing numbers are going to be high. And because they're doing less damage, your healing numbers are going to be lower. Like, on paper, this seems like a normal game to me. I mean, you're definitely going for damage. I don't know. Had to use your cleanse there, which, I mean, that's normal. Like, it's just an early team fight. Also, Cold Ramen, thanks for the 9 months on YouTube. Thank you. Appreciate it. I mean, so far, everything seems normal. I'm watching. First point, you've been playing just fine. I have nothing really to say on this one. I mean, you healed your teammate, you used cleanse when you needed to keep everything going. How did that not pin? Oh, don't even get me started on Ryan pin. I would have been suctioned in. I mean, it is very early game, so maybe you shift on this. Dude, I cannot believe that shatter just hit you. Like, what? I can't believe that shatter didn't just hit you. I'm so confused. I didn't even look at they were looking at you. First thing I saw out of you there, that just the long range lens at that point doesn't really feel worth it. You have a BAP over here. Think about like what your BAP can do in that type of situation. Plus, if you really need to get off cart, like I think your problem here is you feel like you need to be on cart, but like one of the reasons why Kiriko is the best, one of the best cart pushes is for a reason, is because you can teleport off the cart and get value with it initially. So yeah, you get off card here, teleport to your BAP, which would be safe, and then you have a much cleaner cleanse if you need it. Take that into account when you're playing Kiriko, is that it's on it. You don't have to just like teleport to your Orisa, then use a cleanse on them, right? You don't have to throw a Hail Mary 50-yard pass. You can just TP to your BAP, heal them up, you know, make sure everybody's good, and then you can get back to the point. Or maybe one of your teammates can pick up the card. So far, so good, though. If you want to be aggressive with your Kitsune, you can be here. Healing DPS, no problem. Being a bit static. You hear him left side, no reaction, by the way. I'm not sure if you can hear here, but I want you to react a little bit better to when you hear that Cassidy. Standing AFK in the cart can result in you just getting 2-shot. So just be careful of that. I want you to Kitsune this. And I know that like you may not need it, but I want you to get in the habit of making sure you guarantee a team fight and try not to save stuff. Especially with this much time. Just use your Kitsune. I want you to use your Kitsune. I really want you to, there you go. A little bit late, in my opinion. Only because like you let them get out a little bit and give them map control. That's on you. You need to cleanse that. You need to cleanse that or TP. I'd prefer you TP it, but if like if you're in a tough spot like that, you want to cleanse that. Tunnel vision. At that point, it's not going to be your responsibility to kill the Winston until the bubble's down. Don't try to force a kill on that one and just turn from that one. Now, so far, my initial reaction, I don't see... Stop with the... Your cleanses need work. I want you to stop using the cooldown like you are. If your Orisa's going to take the scenic route around this rocket over here and LOS you, think about the position they have. So, like, you could have just TP'd to them and cleansed them. They're not going to get rolled there. There's no way they can kill them. Like, it's actually positioned and they can't get shot from. So, like, think about where they're at. Like, that's a safe TP and cleanse play for you. Be better with your Suzus. I think you're a little bit off of them right now. I think you're going for, like, these long-range ones in general. And I think that's kind of the problem with your Kitsunes. Now, I mean, not your Kitsunes, your Suzus. I always get them confused for some reason. But yeah, just letting you know on that one. I mean, you can take off angles, but I mean, they kind of have taken off angles at time. Like this isn't like the perfect off angle, right? Okay. I need to get you out of this habit because this is something that can be very helpful to you. Use your swift step to get out. Do not use your cleanse. I'm seeing you kind of like go for the off angles. Correct. It takes pressure away from your front line, right? That's the idea of it. Kiriko has the ability to do that. If you really struggle with like the turnaround into a swift step play, if you hold your button the whole time, you can just hold it, it will TP to anybody it goes on. Does that make sense? Is what I'm saying? Right, see how you did that to get out there, by the way? That's what I mean. Like, that was a good escape. Your Orisa dies there, it's because your Orisa went in. Here's the vibe I'm getting from this game. I feel like your Orisa doesn't have, like, a break. As in, like, they don't stop, they just go in. Where'd the Zarya die at? Yeah, that's what it is. Your Zarya like basically just like goes in and then expects to be healed the whole time, but doesn't recognize the situation. Like for example, you got your Widow got dove there. Now, once your Widow gets dove there, I think you just don't even worry about him at that point. Like your Widow is gonna have to kind of like fend for themselves at that point if the Winston deep dives, and then you just sit there and like go keep your Zarya alive. Because like even if you teleport in, you stop them, I still think the Winston can find that value anyway. You're better off just kind of trading out. It's like a slight mistake on your end, but it's also a worse mistake by the Zarya. It takes like, it literally takes three, it takes like, you can just hide behind walls. Go to your Zarya. I want you to, your Zarya. No. You're staying in too long. Play to escape there. You don't have to just start blasting. The idea of Kitsune is that it benefits everybody. You don't have to be the one to go in and do all the damage. You down to play in the tank there? Yeah, there you go. Listen, you might see a really good like player go for like that Suzu on like an Echo in the air, and even a really good player will miss that sometimes. You're probably not going to hit a very accurate Suzu on an Echo. Minimize how much you do that. Good high noon. Bad cleanses. Your cleanses need work. Nice pick. By the way, a bit too... there's too many times where you're not really turning back to see what's going on, and you go for damage. Okay, that's a cleanse. So I want to get you in the habit of, like, scanning for your team more. I think is the best way to put it. Okay, so you said after round one, your tank started like crap talking you. I don't know why. This seems more of like a tank not understanding positioning. All right, this is what your tank is doing, and this is for any tank player because this can help a lot. So now let's pretend that this is covered. All right, this right here is covered. You're gonna go here for safety. This is what your tank does. Ready? Help me! Help me! Help me! You said I'm the bear from the Annihilation movie? Oh, you mean in the movie where like they started to figure out how to communicate with people just so they could like bait them into getting absolutely annihilated? Super Murloc, thanks for the 55 months for the tier 1. Thank you, I appreciate it, thanks. I did see long legs, yeah.
Soothing your wounds. I'm with you.
Okay. I do want to point one thing out that you're doing, and I will say this. I do want you to scan a little bit more, though. You turn around too much and don't look back. Although, credit to the other team. They went high ground. Why are you cleansing that? So now, the one issue you're going to run into there is, like, do you notice how you didn't scan for where everybody else was on the map? You definitely do need to do a better job of scanning your teammates to see where they're at. is what I'm saying. I don't mind that, Kitsune. That is totally fine. You're just making sure you win the team fight. Is it perfect? No. Am I glad you used it? Yes. Okay, here we go. You said Rondo's has been getting great reviews. Yeah, I haven't seen any of that. When I went and saw Twisters, I saw they had the what was it, like the popcorn helmet or something for like the alien, right? That's on you. Why are you trying to go there without just swift step, 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 swift step? Was on cooldown? Let me see what was on cooldown here. 3, 2, 1. Swift step. That's on your Hanzo. Just straight up. Here's why. So now you're going, well, why? You just said swift step. Well, if you swift step in there and then you use your cleanse, now look what happens. You're in front of their whole team. Also, what the heck is your Orisa doing? This is what I mean. Look at it. Is this not what I was showing you the example of? Help me! Help me! Hey, nice shots, actually. That was a good job. Behind you, you're tunneling. Okay, this is on you. This is the stuff I'm talking about. You have an advantage to win the team fight, and then you don't save your Ayari. This one's on you, right? Because you have the tools to be able to keep your teammates alive, and you aren't using those tools, okay? So anyway, that's what I'm trying to point out to you there. That's TP, not Suzu. I always just say Kitsune, Suzu, and TP all at once, and that's it. I just say a bunch of buttons, and I think Chad knows what I mean. Kill your soldier. Why? Do it. Nah, now it doesn't matter. They're fine.
Scratch that KIA. They're back in the fight.
It's tough because like I would have loved to see you swift step to save your soldier, but then like it's all hindsight now because like they survived and your Orisa was out of position and you saved your Orisa, so it's like it's tough. Bad cleanse. Stop cleansing like that. Why? Like I love how like you refuse to cleanse your Ayari behind you on first point, but then like when you are in second point here randomly, your play is the Suzu a wall with a Orisa at 85% HP. Okay, survived. That's a tough one. I think right now you're playing very static at times, and like I think you're underestimating how good high ground can be. Learn to like, wall climb up here and take a slight angle. You're gonna take way less damage, and then your plays can be a lot easier. Now, I'm not saying that like you win the team fight there, but I want you to get in the habit of at least trying to use your wall climb. Like, go and make a play. Like climb up here, go for angles, and it can help you a lot, I think, because then you feel less like inclined to have to like swift step a wall. All right, that's second point. Exactly, because if you're putting yourself to get shot at the whole time, then it's going to turn into that way. That was unlucky. I saw what you were trying to do. You tried to cleanse your teammate. The ultimate went up at the same time, which blocked the cooldown. By the way, when you go back here, you're not going to be able to take the spawn back. It's like a 6-second window. Technically, couldn't you go here and TP? Yeah. I'm pretty sure you can just go here and TP back to your teammates, right? So this is probably not going to go well.
With light.
All right, I mean, you got out, but like, you had to use your Suzu, but you didn't have to.
We need to stop that payload, team.
You finally had a silver. Let's go. Congratulations. Stand in the open. Yep, stand in the open's not ideal.
60 seconds.
The good news is that your tank should be able to like hold the front line here because this is one of the strongest chokes. So when your Orisa just sits here, when you don't have your tank sitting here and just stopping them, because like think about it, small doorway, small choke. It's very 2CP like, right? It almost feels like 2CP. You can sit here and be a statue. And you're on Orisa, where you can even be more a statue, and meanwhile, your Orisa's up here. Get out of this habit. I am sorry, but there's zero chance that you should stand right there and throw a Suzu down. There's just no. You could literally sit right here and just spam, right? Oh, they're shooting at me. Should I Suzu or should I go? That's it. That's all I gotta do. So once again, chat, if you're this Orisa, do not do this. No matter what rank you're in, unless it's a planned strategy. This will not help your team. Thankfully, your soldier popped off. Holy crap. I swear, if that Orisa does that again, I am gonna do absolutely nothing about it. If that Orisa goes high ground again, I swear. If that Orisa, I swear if they go high ground again and sit up there, they will not do it. There's no way they would do that a second time. Right, chat?
Let the Kitsune guide you.
Good Kitsune. All right, good news is your Orisa has ultimate. And what the thing is when Orisa uses their ultimate here, right? They can kind of like help with a lot of this. They're running Lucio Mercy, so they can use their ultimate, stack them on point, use your Kitsune to win, right? So when the Orisa drops down from the high ground up here from the flank, maybe it will be a good... All right, Orisa's going to come back now. They still have ultimate. They're going to come save the team. They should be good to go. Wait, here they are. They're back. They're back in time. They're back just in time to do absolutely nothing. Let's go.
I feel all warm inside.
Now, if I'm at Orisa, I think the first thing I'm going to do is immediately blame my Kiriko. Who else can you blame at that point, right? How did your friends who you said were higher rank watch that whole sequence back and tell you it was your fault? I can understand some of the issues that you're having, but in what world do they sit there and say that your friends go, oh no, it was definitely on... Because, don't get me wrong, you've made mistakes this game, and we're talking about them as we go. But for your tank to sit there and blame you for the way that they were playing this game is unreal to me, because Stop cleansing like that. Why is that a bad cleanse? They have to go out of position to kill your teammates. You have a Zarya bubble. Your teammates you'll be fine. All right? Your number one issue is your cleanse. Well, there's two issues I'm going to have you fix, but... Did I trust this Zarya's bubbles? I mean, I no, but I mean, like... If you're wondering, chat, what happened there, that cleanse was... Oh, sorry, Mike, my bad. They weren't trying to cleanse their teammate. They were trying to cleanse the person back here. But, like, if you're going to go for that cleanse play, heck it, why not just, like, risk it all and TP in and cleanse? They were trying to cleanse back here, but it's too close. You have to understand that, like, the Suzu, it's gonna hit people more than likely. So, like, if you really want to save them, and it's an okay opportunity to save them. I think you have enough map coverage here to save them. You can probably TP and Suzu them there. I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. The only reason why I'm okay with that cleanse is because, like, that's one of those 50-50s. Sometimes you don't cleanse that and they just randomly, like, pop shot you and you fall over and you go, oh. And then, like, sometimes you cleanse that and it looks stupid. So I'm okay with that because, like, it's an overtime. You know, someone randomly shoots you at low HP and you fall over, like
a gentle
but
rain.
you know, that's I'm just kind of explaining why that was there, right? So I'm okay with it. Careful of the angle main. I want you to focus on everything else. One of your major problems is, and I think this will help you a lot, is that this isn't the whole map. This isn't everything that's happening. See this? You need to understand that when you're anywhere on the map, there's multiple parts of the map. When you start looking somewhere, that's the only place you look. You tunnel very hard. So I want you to be better at scanning, understanding, like, okay, I'm getting shot at by this Sojourn. Should I stand in the middle of the open and give him an opportunity, or should I just go here, behind a little bit of cover? See? Just that's it.
You take a lot of damage, huh? Target down. Recharging.
Oh, yeah, I mean, listen. Should they wall climb more? Yes. Is that what I'm gonna focus on at the end of the video? No. Should they add it to their repertoire? I can use large words. I'm really smart. Yes. But, like, is it necessary for their improvement right now? Not yet. Did I sound really smart there? Yeah, I use large words to sound smart. It makes me I don't even have to use them in the right context. It's just like, because, you know, I just gotta use large words. Hey, TP to someone, that's rare. Did you use large words to sound? You use large words to sound more photosynthesis. I agree. Before I forget, I'm gonna pause. Have you seen that? Hey, Chad, have you seen that guy on Instagram who like mimics like meetings at work? He like mimics like what like work meetings are like. Honestly, good attack here. I can see the work meeting now. Yeah, we really need to get our numbers up here. What should we do? Well, we have this really cool like long-term approach that we think will lead to really good results. Okay, so tell me the short-term idea. We think that in the short term, it wouldn't be good to do this. Okay, but yeah, we want it now. We think that based off of our data here, in 6 months, it will improve if we do this. Okay, but what about in 6 hours? We're moving to the phase of the VOD review where I move into something different? Yeah, it's on the bingo card where I start talking about random stuff. I mean, we're 26 minutes in. You know, it's only so many times you can watch the Orisa run behind the wall, get rolled, blame their support while the Kiriko Suzu's a wall in front of them for 2 damage. By the way, chat, remember earlier when we mentioned high ground? This is what I was talking about. This is great. This is a great setup. Do you see how you have 2 targets here? So, like, you're not going to really get isolated out when they look for you? Remember how we talked about this right at the beginning? See what I mean? This is why this is a good setup now. You have your Yari up here. You have your Kiriko. You have your teammates up here. This is a much safer spot because they can't just focus on one target, and that means that one of you can do damage to them at the same time to protect, and you can also heal each other. So this is a good setup. This is what I meant earlier with the high ground. If you're up here by yourself, that's how you get randomly headshot by a Widow. You know what I mean? Nice TP. Now, by the way, I want to point something out here. They killed you there, but do you see the value of TPing out? How that gave you more survivability, gave you opportunity, and also made it so the Mauga had to, like, look at you? You know, was your reaction after it great? No, but, like, was it a good TP? Yes, because you had to make them at least do something else besides just shoot at you. Again, remember, it's a silver game. I'm not going to expect them to be perfect in all of their decision-making. It's impossible. It's not going to happen that way. And you did win the game. It wasn't your fault. Them referencing the scoreboard with the way that they were playing was unreal to see. Your Orisa, your tank was constantly out of position. They had no idea what cover was. They had one. They weren't even in good spots. And for them to blame you, that I don't understand. Right? Now, so yeah, just to answer your question, I don't know why your friends were saying, oh yeah, definitely your fault. I can see why they were mad, etc. What do you mean? The Orisa was off, like someone said it earlier, they went on a Hollywood bus tour. Next part of this, you have a lot to work on. The 2 things I really want you to work on is one is your Suzu usage and your ability usage in general. Your Swift Step need to be used more. It really does come down to like your inability to use your abilities correctly is causing problems, and also your use of cover. I feel like sometimes you just Suzu because you're taking like 2 damage, but like you just gotta hide behind a wall. You got this. You can definitely climb. You got this. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to all 3 YouTubes if you haven't, leave a comment. If you want to submit your own spectating or play the games, etc., my Discord is in the description below. That's where you would do that. We also record these live on stream. You can see the Twitch channel, the webcam. I'll stream on YouTube, TikTok, etc. So stop by if you haven't. We have a lot of fun there. That being said, I hope you have an amazing day/night.